He's on the verge of grand final, separated by 16 years. And while he's a bunny these days, his legacy as a footballer and a person was laid down in his days as a Tiger. A decade ago, he changed the life of little Leighton Giles after family friends wrote to the club.
I was the media manager of the West Tigers at the time in 2010, and got an email saying, can you help this little boy out who's a massive West Tigers fan? He's 5 years of age. He's had 35 operations. He's facing a terminal illness.
The Tigers players met Leighton at training and his impact was immediate.
We also want to play for ourselves too, but in the back of our minds we'll have little Leighton sitting somewhere there too. Thanks
to Benji, the next thing he knew, he was part of the team.
He felt like he was a bit, king of the world that day, and from that day, mate, he, like I said, he was given 6 months to live, and he's still with us, and he has his bad days and good days, but he's still here, and pretty proud of him.
The impact of Benji on Leighton was obvious.
He just made me feel a lot happier at the time. I was really sick and down, but he always brought me a smile to my face. It meant to the world to me that he cared so much about me, and always give the time of the day to speak to me and check up on me.
What he's done for my young bloke, we'll never be able to repay him. He just changed. From the day he met Benji, it was all rugby league, footy. We're going to the sheds. I said it one day in the sheds to the players that if it weren't for Benji and the Tigers at that time, he wouldn't be here today.
And Benji's advice to Leighton sits with him every day.
He's always told me, never give up, keep going hard.
Benji's love will be repaid when this Tigers fan switches loyalty on grand final day.
Probably going to go for Rabbitohs on the weekend.
On the Sunshine Coast, Danny Weidler, 9 News.